Here's a picture taken from CNN. Now will you look at that? Why do you think Donald Trump was smiling while the Pope wasn't? What about this video? Why does the Pope refuse to hold Trump's hand and look mad? Hi there, my name is Ken Oscarga, but you can call me Ken. Today we're gonna talk about Pope Francis, one who exemplified spiritualities of faith, traditions, and personality, and who we all can find inspiration in. So, sorry Martin Luther King, sorry Dalai Lama, sorry Nick Vujicic, and even you Donald Trump, but we are most inspired by the Pope.
But Sir Ken, who is Donald Trump?
Donald Trump was the newly elected president of the United States. Now, we thought Hillary was gonna emerge victorious in the elections. But anyway, that's not why we are here today, right Marco? So we are here to learn about the inspirational Pope Francis, whose tenure up to this day is characterized by his outspoken support of the poor and those marginalized people. Now, who is Pope Francis, you may ask?
Jorge Mario Bergoglio, popularly known as Pope Francis, was born in Argentina on the 17th of December 1936. But did you know, he was also the first Pope to have come from the Americas?
Were you also wondering where he got the papal title Pope Francis?
Well, he was titled after Saint Francis of Assisi of Italy, a Roman Catholic saint who, in the beginning, abandoned his luxurious life for a life devoted to Christianity and faith. And this is the life Pope Francis lived by. A life without luxury, a life filled with meaning and purpose. An authentic life. He was popular amongst many believers because of his humble attitude, choosing to reside in a much simpler home instead of a luxurious apostolic house. He also advocated the transparency of the church in its financial spending, limiting the budgets of high-ranking officials who spent too much. This led to an international praise and following from Christian followers.
Before he was elected as Pope, he also served as the Archbishop of Buenos Aires in Argentina since 1998. And he also served as a Cardinal of the Roman Catholic Church ever since 2001 to 2013.
Additionally, in the 2005 Papal Conclave, he received the second most votes to become Pope, losing only to Pope Benedict XVI. And when Pope Benny historically retired in 2013, this is the time when Jorge assumed the position of Pope, and we never looked back. According to Pope Francis, a great confessor, or one who maintains good religious faith, is a true friend of our Savior, Jesus Christ. He should also be a person dedicated to prayer and worship. He said that being bound up in prayer is a credible reflection of God's mercy, which will avoid the harshness and misunderstandings between oneself and God. Simply put, prayer guarantees cleansing one from harsh attitudes and pointless judging of a sinner. Moreover, Pope Francis has since urged people to pray for humility and the gift of wounded heart for them to be able to understand the pain others are experiencing and heal them with mercy and forgiveness. Learning about his humble beginnings can bring inspiration to us growing teenagers and millennials. We get too caught up in capitalistic ideas and material possessions that we forget what really matters. We think that all these things can bring us joy, when all we actually need is love from others and love from God. We pay too much attention to tangible things, hoping it brings us joy. But just like Pope Francis, humility and faith in the service of others is the true measure of joy one can ever achieve.